Hey, hi everybody. People gonna pop on. We'll wait like a hot second. We're gonna hang out with Azure, Azure Antoinette. Such a cool person. I'm so psyched. I look. This is very bright light today. It's not always that bright, but we're gonna. That's fine. Up. I see Azure popping on. Hi. Hi. Hello.
Hi, buddy.
Can you hear me?
I can. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm good. I just had my backyard fogged today for mosquitoes,
Oh,
and I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Normally, I come outside in like full clothing because I'm allergic to them, and it's terrible. But now I don't have to do that anymore, so it's really exciting.
that is excellent. From someone who really they really appreciate me.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
I look like I just get giant welts all over.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. It's not okay.
so bad.
Yeah. And I can't. It's all I can talk about. Is the mosquitoes. And it's not that we don't have anything else to talk about. I guess I'm really stressed out about that. So
Well, it
we'll
did.
just we'll
It,
just call 2020 a mosquito.
oh, fuck. Oh my god, this year. I mean, I don't even. We were chatting a little bit about what we were going to talk about. I was like, where the fuck do we start?
It's
Like,
hard to know.
hard
It's
to know.
hard to know. It's there's so many things. I find myself not saying anything because I'm so like overwhelmed. You know what I mean? I just get quiet and like back into the corner,
Yeah.
which is also not helpful.
Yeah, I have two speeds, which is like coming out swinging, and then that was a doozy. I'm gonna sit down for a second,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
take a time out.
Totally. Totally. How are you? Are you good?
Yeah, for the most part, I'm good. I've had like this. So since this thing started, like since this pandemic started, I have my wife and I split up. Um, I passed a couple kidney stones. My daughter got pneumonia, and my mom died. And I was like, well, let's just do it. Let's do it. Bring it. Let's process all of it
It's
while
a
I
real,
hang out.
yeah,
It's
that's
cool.
large. That is a lot of,
It's some stuff, but
yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
I
Beat
figured.
them, join them, right?
I mean,
I don't
universal
know.
this is
That's
like
never an applicable phrase. I just want to apologize. I just say that when I get uncomfortable and it just comes out. And I don't mean that. I don't mean beat them, join them. That's not what I meant.
I,
Everyone, that's
I
not what I meant.
I've heard you say that before, and I just was like, oh, I get that. Um, but yeah, I feel like universal consciousness. She's just shaking the snow globe.
Yeah.
And I have so many friends that also are just have had really elaborate personal change go
Yeah.
down. I was like, well, now's the time, man. Everything is shifting,
Yeah, it's true. It's
you know.
true. Yeah, it's very, very true.
So all the things are happening, and I'm just rolling with it.
Yeah, that's all you can do. I mean, it is really important, I think, to stay agile right now. I've just been trying to focus in on not getting too committed to any one thing, so that there's a lot less disappointment, around everything else that's already happening. So it is important to stay as open as you can, with it being safe, and comfortable for you, of course. So I get that. I feel that. And I'm sorry to hear about that, and I hope that you're doing all right.
No, it's I'm actually hanging in there, and that's the whole thing. Like, uh, there's always good stuff that comes with the bad, and you
Yeah,
have to look at it as the whole picture.
yeah,
And I've had some good stuff happen. I've had great stuff is happening with play out. We're really
yeah,
forward, and
Good.
Um, I've had some amazing experiences with people and been able to sort of step back and really adjust. Like I'm trying to reset a lot of default settings of my
Sure.
work from when I was a kid. Because I'm like, okay, let's if we're gonna dismantle the whole thing, let's just
Yeah.
get
Right.
to the root of it.
100%.
Let's try to come out stronger, way stronger, tougher on the
Yeah.
other. So
100%.
yeah. I am so glad to see you. I can't even
Good
tell
to
you
see you too.
how glad to see you. It's been first of all, it's been way too long since I've seen you in real life.
Yeah, I
But
know.
I will take this virtual hangout. I will take it.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I will take it too. It's very good to see you too. How can how can I help, or what are you thinking?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about some stuff. I wanted to get your opinion on some things. Myself and so many of my friends and so many of our followers really appreciate your insight and they appreciate the way that you approach things. I know I certainly do. Um, and yeah, I just want to, chat to you. I have some questions. If you
Yeah,
want to go that route, I'm
let's
totally
do it. Yeah, let's do it.
cool.
I'm
Um,
gonna just get this lavender oil because I'm still panicking that maybe
maybe.
I'm still here, but we
Well,
can't be sure.
this is the test, right? Right
Yeah,
is the test to see if it worked. So
forearmed is fore no forewarned is forearmed. Okay, hi.
yeah,
Ask
yeah.
away. Let's do it.
So okay. So I'm going to start with some stuff on a more personal level, and then I want to talk about some of the larger things going on. Um, but for you personally, sort of what's been like the biggest um, change in your life personally since shelter in place started? Or what's been sort of like a really big, momentous thing that pertains to that?
Uh the biggest thing. I guess it's probably two parts. My mom is in stage 5 Alzheimer's.
Mm-hmm.
So having to manage that. She's a former litigator, so she's not super low key about anything. Like she thinks she's really calm. Like if you ask her on any day, she's like, I go with the flow. Like if the flow is a tsunami, she goes with the flow. But I having to explain this to her on a very consistent basis has been difficult. Just me worrying about how she's doing overall and not having care workers at our disposal. You know,
Yep.
the ripple of this has been so magnificent in a way that I just mean very grand, like very, very big. But I can't have just anybody going in the house. She's not able to go to church and see her friends and do the things. And so trying to explain that to someone who is really trying to grapple with the fact that, you know, she doesn't feel like she's herself has been has been very hard, and sometimes a bit exhausting. What I'm grateful about is that she doesn't recall the sadness around it. If I had to change or shift my perspective about what it means to have a parent with Alzheimer's, I guess the only gratitude that I have to the disease itself is that at least they don't remember just how furious or unhappy or sad or confused. Like it's fleeting, which is great.
Yeah.
So that has been a big shift. But I am home. I live about 20 minutes away from her, so we are navigating how to get through it. That's been really interesting. I think for myself personally, I I suppose it's just the observation of others. I mean, I've been an entrepreneur well over a decade, having to figure out what Monday looks like versus Sunday versus Wednesday. Like
Yeah.
I stay unclear. Like I stay just on my tippy toes, ready at a moment's notice with like a bag and snacks, or maybe just snacks if I can't find my bag. So like that sort of thing I feel very used to, but interacting with the rest of our population that are trying to figure this out, comes with its own anxiety too. It's difficult to navigate those waters when you can control the atmosphere around yourself, but having everybody be in a state of flux, I
Mhm.
think has a pressure that I don't really recognize or that I'm used to. But I feel well prepared, as well as one could be, for dealing with what we're being faced with, just from, I think, the Hunger Games of being an entrepreneur. If I had to be completely honest with you, like, I feel like I am always trying to walk around the trap door with the sharks coming up and then the molten lava's coming in. Like, if you own your own
Yeah.
business, you are clear about the fact that not only are you not your own boss, but like, you don't know what the hell is getting ready to come down, but you better be ready because your name's on it. So like, that's been really interesting. You know what I mean? Like, it's always kind of like, what? Oh yeah, cool. No, I can do that. I don't know. Like, it's very strange. Bendy, what up? Sorry about that. That was unprofessional. I don't really know how to do this. I'm sorry. I'll be better. I apologize.
No, that's the whole, you can interact with anybody. That's part of the jam. Good.
They have an
Um,
avocado tree that I'm pretty invested in. Just like knowing how the avocado tree is doing, and like how that's going in New York, and balconies are hard, and like, I have a lot of plants, and so I feel really strongly about that. So
this that little plant right there is from Mindy.
yeah,
That was a
no,
birthday.
she's the best. I love it.
Um,
It's good.
yeah, it's so interesting that you say that, and I think about it. When this thing first happens, and everybody sort of went in when shelter in place first happened. Um, there were a lot of people saying, this is the great equalizer. I'm like, not, I don't, not really. I don't see it as that, because not everybody is affected equally because of how everybody exists, right? And
Right, 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 right.
but I do see it as being the potential is sort of more like a great unifier, because
Yeah.
when there is something that is sort of a new baseline, I feel like there's for people to get the stuff that really matters, hopefully, and to sort of be
Yeah,
like,
sure,
oh, wait a minute,
sure.
maybe I don't have to be such a douchebag all
Right,
the time. Like, I've seen some people that
right,
that I,
right.
I'm just like, ooh, this person, and really because of this situation, they've kind of, like, I've seen a noticeable change in them. So in talking sort of about um, you know things that can spawn of these really intense situations. As I think we talked about before, personally, my mom as well, Alzheimer's for 12 years, and um, it was so interesting. We had a very complicated relationship, and we were back and forth, being estranged for many many years. Um, but there was something about that happening sort of inside of this, that
Mhm.
of finally leaving, and I mean, she was 95 years old.
Wow.
And the last time I saw her was like 8 years ago. She didn't recognize me even, like, maybe for like 1 minute she sort of put it together in real time, like who I was,
Mhm. Mhm.
but it tracked down from the age that my sister taking care of. But there was something about that there's sort of a in that, but it's a really long haul. And she was uh, 95 is a pretty good run. Like, of course, everybody wants to live as long as they're 55. Pretty, I mean, she's an intense lady and this full blown back. She was not going to have a fight. She didn't. She made a long life. Uh, but there was something about that was, I think, for
Liz,
everybody
hold on a
involved.
second. Hang on.
Yep.
I think I'm my signal.
Is it cutting out?
All right. Can you hear me okay?
You're
Hello.
freezing on me. We can start over.
Okay.
You're freezing a
How's
little bit
that?
on. Do you,
Okay.
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
I think so. Yeah,
I
I can hear
can
you.
hear
Can
you.
you see me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
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 Do you want? Should we start me?
I can.
It happens every time. Literally happens like every time. Yeah, there's just something about that actually felt kind of like, okay, at least she's at peace. And with all this
Right.
chaos that's going on in the world, like there's like a moment of calm inside that.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
Um,
Mm.
you want to start over?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
You're
don't
frozen on
know. Yeah, I can
my
hear
end.
you. Okay.